Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015, whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the you in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy,
where we give you the courtesy of conversation
that's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for everybody that sticks with us while we're still around to be able to do it. Don't forget to watch our shows every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, the Friday Fix. And 1 p.m. Pacific time, our debate stage show. We're going to have to change the format. 1 p.m. Pacific time on Sundays.
Definitely, man. It's been great shows on Friday and Sunday. Make sure you guys tune in and check us out. It's been a crazy week, man. It's been kind of nuts a little bit, honestly.
Straight chaos.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much what they asked for. I forget what the name the banding called it, something about flood something. I'm sure you guys will know what it is, so hopefully you guys leave them in the comments. He's been basically talking about they can just overwhelm the system with so much stuff that you're going to miss something pretty much, and they'll be able to sneak through some of their other priorities. But one thing I've been noticing is Elon Musk has been coming out a lot lately and basically has been speaking about, there's fraud here, there's fraud there. And this is an important one I wanted to start with. Tens of millions of dead people aren't getting Social Security checks despite Trump and Musk claims. The Trump administration is falsely claiming that tens of millions of dead people over 100 years old are receiving Social Security payments. Over the past few days, President Donald Trump and billionaire advisor Elon Musk have said on social media and in the press briefings that people who are 100, 200, and even 300 years old are improperly getting benefits, a huge problem, Musk wrote as his Department of Government Efficiency digs into federal agencies to root out waste, fraud, and abuse. It is true that improper payments have been made, including some to dead people, but the numbers thrown out by Musk and the White House are overstated and misrepresent Social Security data. Here are the facts. On Tuesday, Trump said at a press briefing in Florida that we have millions and millions of people over 100 years old receiving Social Security benefits. They're obviously fraudulent and incompetent, Trump said. If you take all of those millions of people off Social Security, all of a sudden we have a very powerful Social Security with people that are 80 and 70 and 90, but not 200 years old, he said. He also said that there's one person in the system listed at 360 years old. Late Monday, Musk posted a slew of posts on his social media platform X, including maybe Twilight is real and there are a lot of vampires collecting Social Security. And having tens of millions of people marked in Social Security as alive when they are definitely dead is a huge problem. Obviously, some of these people would have been alive before America existed as a country. Think about that for a second. So what happens here? Honestly, he's lying because first of all, the funeral home, when someone dies, the funeral home reports it. Yeah.
Reports it to Social Security that, hey, this person has passed away so they can get the death certificate from them. You know what I'm saying? That's just a natural fact. But the thing is, what they do here is they can put out so much false information. And the way it's going, especially with Donald Trump, it's something different. 5 things different every day. By the time the truth comes out, it's already embedded in your head. And
people are just running with these stories all over the place. He basically said that there was more people in America that were receiving. This is one of the things that I saw. I won't say he said this for sure because I did not hear him say this, but I did see a lot of people online posting this. Oh, there's more people in this getting Social Security checks than there are even in the United States of America. And these are what, to me, it almost becomes like some of these people are truly American citizens, and a lot of these people I believe are bots or are foreigners who are just posting stuff in our system who are just running with it. But a guy came out and said that the reason why they see so many people who are on Social Security, but they're listed as they're not active, is because the system before it became like an electronic system had all these people already on the rolls. So to go in there and take them all off would be like $5 to $10 million. And it doesn't make sense because they're not actively getting checks anyways. And it's used for auditing purposes, probably for like how much they've gotten, whatever the case may be. But this is kind of what this guy, he made a very, very poignant kind of remark, like this guy's lying. There's 89,000 people who listed at 99 or or above, you know what I'm saying? Like not saying over 150 years old that are receiving money on Social Security. So this guy, they're obviously lying, but you people are good enough to say, this is what all this fraud. You guys want to find something bad. It's like, I don't understand Republicans at this point in time. This is just how I feel personally. I think you guys just want to believe anything. He understands that about you. He's like, you know what? Just find me the most salacious story you can find me. It doesn't even matter if it's true. Just give it to me. He's not even taking the time to vet the stuff that he's saying. He don't care to.
Yeah, no, remember he came out in the White House. He was like, look, a lot of stuff I'm going to say is not true. And at this point, I don't think they really care. There are no Republicans anymore. It's the party of Trump now.
MAGA.
You know what I'm saying?
MAGA.
And somebody came out earlier and they were talking about, he's probably going to try to change the name of the United States. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to change it to something where everyone's going to kind of agree with it. That's what they did with the Gulf of Mexico when they called it the Gulf of America. Look, they're checking reporters like, if you don't call it the Gulf of America, we're kicking you out.
You're no longer come inside of the White House press briefings, anything.
They've kicked them out the Pentagon already.
AP. I think they kicked the AP out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you look at like Mexico's even looked at suing Google for doing it because understand Google. They're all on board. All of our tech giants are on board. They're sold out to this system as well.
They have to be. Because if they
want to be, in my
personal
state
opinion, property, get down or lay down.
I think they want to be.
No, they have to be.
This is my personal opinion. This is how I look at it. They looked at it like we run shit. We run this. They looking at each other like, oh, Elon's in here. Oh, you got this. Oh, good. We can do what we want. We're the new oligarchs. We're the richest people in this country. In Russia, it's the same way. The wealthiest people in the country help run. Putin runs things, but those are his backup. Trump kind of sort of runs things. It looks like Elon does. If you look at the White House press,
Elon, they asked Trump about that, and Trump was like, "Yeah, Elon ain't really got a job here. He kind of just, he tells me what's going on, and I act on it. He's like, he doesn't really work here. He came out. He's like, you can call him whatever you want. He doesn't run DOGE or none of that stuff. He's like, I run it. I run all this."
Yeah, I mean that just sounds like a weird way of doing business, but they're doing it that way so they can circumvent every norm that we have in this country, and they're finding nothing. They're finding there's no huge fraud going on here. I mean, you guys know that. I mean, if you were to sit back and listen to what he's saying, you would know that it's not true. But you want to believe it so bad because most of you are so angry and conspiratorial at this point in time. And I'm sorry to say it, but don't want to educate yourselves about anything. You're just talking.
Well, I mean, the news, think about it. They've watched this right-wing news so much that just has lied to them over and over and over again. And by the time you get the real information to them, they just think it's crazy. And if someone says something to them, they don't want to hear it. Same thing as Democrats, I'm not going to say.
I just my personal. Go ahead.
I mean, far left Democrats. I mean, they play on the crazy. We got a story about that too. We're going to talk about that later. But I mean, both sides are crazy. But the Republicans, their news is crazy. Think about it. Remember when Fox News got sued?
Yeah.
And they stopped. They settled out of court because they'd rather settle than let the truth be known that they've been lying to everyone for years.
They already said that they're an entertainment channel, but this is the biggest thing right here. I'm looking at this like these people still push false narratives about voter fraud, that the elections were stolen. They still say this. So I had to ask a person. I said, so when the election doesn't go your way, it's stolen. That's the only time this election, every time it doesn't go your way, it's stolen. So how can we can never come to terms with you people here. There's no kind of talking. If you don't win, there's
no coming to terms
at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's the craziest thing I've ever heard before in my life. I said, so I said, was this election stolen? Oh no, this just wasn't stolen, huh? When you win, it ain't stolen. It's like when Debo was playing dice with Red and Smokey on Friday. He was like, I won. He's like, what? He's like, did you? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty much what this is. You think that you're gonna punk the rest of us, but it ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You guys are horrible for this country. We'll talk more about it later.
Well, the whole thing, they don't need to punk the country because they're going to suffer too. Think about how many Republicans have lost their jobs that work for the federal government. You know what I'm saying? People are coming out like, hey, you got to look out for all these people. You're fine. They're like, we don't care. They're firing everybody. You're going to lose your Medicaid. You're going to lose your Social Security benefits.
Lose your job.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to discriminate. They can't be like, hey, well, you get to keep yours because you're a Republican. No, this is about money.
Can you hire my wife back for me, please? I know you didn't mean to do this. Yes, he did. Yes, he don't care nothing about you. You thought that he did. You thought you were part of a group that you're not a part of.
You voted to lose your life, your job, and your benefits. And to watch the people around you that you semi-care about that probably don't talk to you no more die. This is what you get. I mean, here,